What is up, people YouTube? It is I, Super Mariozilla, or you can call me Vinny, and today we are going to take a look at the S.H.MonsterArts Biollante. Biollante originated from the film Godzilla vs. Biollante. Biollante is a plant-based monster with Godzilla's DNA, but has the spirit of Dr. Shirogami's daughter. Biollante had a rose-like form, and later evolves into the form you are seeing right now. This figure had a prototype teased and has gotten a lot of attention, so much so that everyone has been demanding Tamashii to make the figure. Finally, all the demand pulled through, and here we are. She's also a very hard figure to grab, but there is a repaint releasing at the end of this year. Will it be worth the purchase, original or repaint? Let's not waste any more time and dive right in. The overall look of Biollante is fantastic, covered in great paintwork, and the sculpt is as accurate as you can get since the original designer sculpted the figure. Taking a closer look at the face is wonderful. The figure is covered in a bunch of different forest greens, and a bunch of shading with said greens and some yellow. It blends in greatly. She has a bunch of teeth at the top and bottom of her mouth on the inside. She also has membranes on the sides of her mouth, which is a cool touch. Her eyes are a nice purple. She has glossy black spikes all over her. Her core is a translucent orange, and the sculpt was not overlooked. It is killer. Her back is a very forest-like, tree-like sculpt. Her bottom all around her has a lot of roots to make it look like she's protruding out of the ground. She has 4 vines, which have varying sculpts since all the segments are pre-curved for the sake of dynamic poses. Some vines even have smaller vines hanging off of them. And each one has a mouth with alright paint on the teeth, nothing special about those. Biollante looks incredible. I probably did a poor job describing the looks, but trust me when I say she is wonderfully crafted into figure form.
You would think because of Biollante's design she wouldn't even have that much articulation to begin with, besides the vines. That's actually not the case. She's plenty posable in her body area, and we will go over that right now. Her top and bottom jaws are on ball joints, so she can open up about this wide. Her membrane does, obviously, that's one of the problems that I will go over later. Her membranes do prevent the mouth from opening further, but hey, that's fine. It's realistic. She has plenty of ball joints within her neck areas. Whatever. She can look this high up. And this part right here prevents gaps. Just do this, and there you go. She could look about that high up, and she could look this far down. And you could pose her neck a bit more upward, and there you go. Pretty cool. This part right here slides forward, so you can have her lunging forward at a monster. Like so. Pretty cool. Now, keep in mind, this is only for lunging forward. Do not shift this part upward and have her pose. Well, that just happened. Have her pose all the way looking up because you will break the figure by doing that. How do I notice? Actually, okay. So, yeah, there's that. And as you can see, all of the segments of the vines are on ball joints. Problem is that some of them are loosey-goosey, like that. This one comes off with no effort. See? But regardless, they are all on ball joints. They are all on ball joints. Twist upward, just in case you need space saved on the shelf. It's pretty cool. You can also get many shape out of them, like the typical circle shape, the S shape, whatever. Depends how you pose the vines. You could twist them in any way, and it would still look aesthetically acceptable and pleasing. So Biollante's articulation, while it may not seem like a lot, it actually is quite a bit. Oh, I almost forgot. These parts are actually also on ball joints. They could twist back and forward. I almost forgot about that. Sorry, guys. So anyway, her articulation, it's pretty good. Everywhere else. The body, the vines, it's actually pretty sweet. When this figure first came out, I wasn't expecting that much with the body, but, you know, I was pleasantly surprised. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
For sizing, Biollante is one of the larger S.H.MonsterArts figures. Not the largest, but right up there. Especially depending on how you pose her neck. She scales very nicely with the other monsters. She is big, so if you want to get either version, clear out some space on the shelf, and you'll be golden. Biollante does not have any accessories, technically, but she has a light-up feature. It takes 2 LR44 batteries and goes into the bottom right here. Just needs a screwdriver and you're all set. Her core lights up in 2 different colors, yellow and red. Yellow is pretty dull and disappointing, but the red is top-notch. And this is most likely why her cost was higher than any other S.H.MonsterArt. So, buy, don't buy, or wait for a sale that will never ever come for the original release. Isn't it obvious? Get this figure. I don't recommend getting the original since the price for this figure is absolutely ludicrous right now on the aftermarket. Her MSRP was $230. Back then, this figure was well worth that price. Not worth the $800 prices that she's going for now. Only get the original if you need to complete the S.H.MonsterArts line or if you love Biollante that much. But if you don't care about being a completionist but need Biollante, get the Repaint instead. Take my advice, this is one of my favorite figures of all time, and I recommend this Biollante for any kaiju collection. Just be aware you'll be paying a lot for either figure, and you'll be happy. I'll give Biollante a 10 out of 10. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go play some video games because darn it, I need to relax. See you next video.